Hey everybody, Jimmy Rance here. Thought I'd come and say hello to everybody. Going to thank you again for all of those kind people, you, who wrote me emails, especially yesterday. They're still coming in today. And what's really funny about it is I had a little over 300 emails. 300. Now I got to write all of you back. Now it's going to take me a while. But then what was funny to me was now I'm getting emails from some of you saying, "Oh, Jim, don't worry, you don't have to write me back." But, I'm going to write each and every one of you. I've written quite a few. I've been spending most of the day answering you. I'm doing all right. I admit, boy, yesterday was a little tough. Really was. I don't think if someone passes away and they're going to pass away, I don't know if there's anything you can really do to try to prepare yourself for it. I don't know. It's like whenever I went to the hospital the night before Bobby died, the doctor told me, he says, "Jim, it is my job to try to tell you or prepare you to let you know that your wife is not going to make it probably for the next 24 hours." So see, I had a 24-hour warning basically. She was in a coma. Whenever I went to see her, she couldn't talk to me. All I could do is tell her goodbye. I did say one thing. I'll share this with you, whether I'm right or wrong. I believe it is. I whispered in her ear. I said, "If you have to let go, it's okay." I said that. I hope that was the right thing to do. Yeah, but that's what I did. So no matter what, I don't know. Maybe I get we're all different, but I don't care how much warning they give you. I don't know how you prepare for someone to leave this earth. How do you can put it in your mind that, yeah, this is it. But whenever it happens, bam, that's when the emotions hit you. It's not so much before they pass, it's when they pass. So no matter what you think that you've prepared, you can throw all that out the window. At least that's my experience. But thank you, folks, thank you so much for your kindness. My God, man, what a hell of a community we have. We're small, but we're pretty strong, you know. I really appreciate it more than you know. You don't have to write anymore. I'm so tired of typing and stuff. My poor little fingers are just sore as they can be. And I got arthritis here. I got rheumatoid, and it kind of makes it tough. But that's all right. You were kind enough to write me. I'm going to write you back. Now, I've written a lot of you back. Now, when I write you back, please don't write me back, because then that's more, if you know what I mean. It's okay, though. There's something. I want to change gears here a little bit. I'll tell you what, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this because it's kind of important, and I'm trying to educate some of you about my channel. Oh, yeah, I want to say this too first because I get scatterbrained and I forget. Somebody asked me, whatever happened to the Jimmy Unfiltered? I felt really stupid after I changed the name to Jimmy Unfiltered. And I'll tell you why. Because for the last 14 years, everybody's known me as Jimmy Rance. And I thought and I thought that, well, just because I'm Jimmy Rance, I guess that means I got to rant on every video. But it really doesn't. I could be passionate about any subject matter I want to. And so somebody asked me the other day or last night or whenever it was, whatever happened to Jimmy Unfiltered? I got rid of it. Number one, I don't think I deserve something like that. I'm not exactly Johnny Carson, you know what I mean? Like the Johnny Carson, the Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. I don't need here's Unfiltered with Jimmy Rance. I got to thinking about that, and it's like, nah, I don't deserve that. No. So I'm just going to be Jimmy Rance. I'm just kind of a commentary type show. You want to know what this channel is about, go to my description. It'll tell you everything you want to know. Now, this is what I want to say. The part about educating some of you. And I said this a long time ago in a video. I said, I don't care how long you've known me. Even if you've known me back in the 2014, 2015 era of when I was Jimmy Rance in the Boit, the bottom of YouTube. I don't care how long you've known me, especially today, and especially at this time of my life where emotions are kind of high. They're kind of high, and rightfully so. I'm not going to let you disrespect me. I don't care if we were best friends in the world, you will not disrespect me. You might, but it'll only be one time. And there was one of you. Now, you can still see my videos. There was one of you, but you can't answer because I hid you. And it makes me feel bad that I had to hide you because I have known you probably from 10 to 14 years. It's a female, and you know who you are if you're watching. I hid you because of your just total disregard for respecting me as a human being. You just disrespected me on a open public forum, which is on my channel. It's like you're coming into my home and you're going to say all of these terrible things about me because I made a short video where I was literally joking. You know, you can see whenever I'm making a video sometime, you'll see me smirk or whatever. That ought to tip you off that, oh, Jimmy's just full of shit. He's talking, but he's just kind of joking. I'm really sorry that some of you don't have the brain, but about the size of a damn butter bean or something, you know. That's why I told this one lady, I said, here's $1. Go buy yourself I don't know what I said, a personality or a sense of humor or something. But when you came here and you disrespecting me like you did whenever I did the short, it was about like women, this is like the greatest opportunity ever. Just, you know, you can come into my house, you can live here. I'm tired of washing windows and dusting and, you know, that video. I'm tired of doing all this stuff. Well, she thought I was being very disrespectful to women, and I wasn't. It's called humor, satire. Learn it. Learn it. And when you came at me with all your bullshit, you're like one of the polar opposites. Well, and I'm going to say the polar opposite. You're like a female MGTOW. You hate men. No matter what men do, you want to have an excuse to jump on men, no matter what they do, even if they're joking. You don't have enough control in your brain to distinguish fact from fiction. You don't know. So when you came at me with this, oh, you've been a womanizer since this time and that time, and you don't respect women, and there's no woman out there that's going to like give a hoot in hell about you. Well, when you said that, you crossed a line. And when I thought that we were kind of friends, but when you come at me with that kind of bullshit, you're gone, and you are gone. And no matter what you do, you will never, ever come on my channel again. And if you do, if you change your username and I find out, you're gone. Amen. The end. Don't come into my show, my channel, my home, my living room, and start insulting me. Now, I'm saying, okay. I don't care if you disagree with me. That's fine. That's what this is about. We're just adults talking. And we don't have to agree. And most of the time, we're not going to agree, probably. I'm a lot different than a lot of you people in thinking. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. So, you know who you are, lady. You disrespected me. You insulted me to the 50th power. And so rather than me insult you back, which I wrote a real nasty comment to you. I mean, it was bad. But what I did, I said, no, it would just be easier to hide you and you just go poof. You can just ride on off into your little sunset and just live the rest of your life hating men and being a miserable son of a bitch. That's what you can do. Amen now. All right, guys, I want to tell you something. This is a little strange. You know, I swear to God, it is easier. It's easier to join the armed forces than it is to try to get monetized. You know, they sent me all this stuff a while back, and I just let it sit there. So I said, yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and monetize. I'll start the process. My God, you'll be surprised what all you have to do. You got to answer this and fill out that and They're going to need proof of who you are and tax information, your banking number, your routing number. You got to send in your driver's license or passport or IDs. You got to prove who you are. Then after all of that crap, once you know my whole life history, now we've got to mail you something, and you're going to have a 6-digit PIN number. When you get the PIN number, then you got to go back into the AdSense or whatever it is, and you got to type in the little PIN number, and then boom, you're activated. My God, man, but it goes on and on. Email after email after email. Do this, do that. Do this, do that. Okay, now you've done it. You think you're through. Oh, no, we're just getting started. So it's kind of crazy. I really don't know how all this stuff works. They sent something to me that says, congratulations, you're now I forgot what it was, a YouTube, you're in the YouTube partner program or some crap like that. And then they said that you can now get, what the hell they say? Because I don't do this stuff, so excuse my ignorance. They said you can do, if I wanted to do live streams, you know how they got that super chat thing? I can do that. They got something about that I can activate or do something with stickers. I have no idea what stickers. I've never done stickers in my life. I don't know nothing about it. And then something called a super thanks. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I think that's somebody said it's like a tip button. Like, I may be wrong. Like if I make a video, there's going to be I was told like a heart kind of close by the thumbs up, thumbs down. It says heart and thanks, I think. I don't know. I really don't know. And it's like, they said it's like a tip jar. Like if I make a video and you love it, you can send me money. Holy crap. So if you see all this stuff popping on my page, I don't know. That's just part of the process, I guess, of YouTube. I'll tell you this, though. If I open up full monetization, which I have not, I am not interested in sponsors. I see where people that have to depend on YouTube to make a living or whatever, I can see you want everything possible to make money because you're trying to live in this very expensive world. And yes, your time is worth something. I get that. I get that. But I am not chasing sponsors and all that stuff. Long ago, when I had my YouTube channel way back in 2014, 15, I had people approach me. We didn't have monetization, but they said, well, Jim, I'll send you this if you'll just talk about my little company a little bit, briefly. And I didn't do it. I am not interested in all that stuff. So anyway, if you see little weird doodads on my channel, I don't think they're there, but they may pop up. That little heart thing, they call it a super thanks thing. I've never done it. I don't know. But I guess that's where you can click on. I don't know. You do something and you tip me. But let me tell y'all something. You don't have to do that. Yeah, screw that. Just coming and visit me is good enough. Well, look, that's what's going on. Again, thank you for sending me all the stuff. Please, you don't have to send me any more I'm sorry's and you'll meet your wife in heaven and all that. And yesterday when I made that video, I did not mean to anger any of you if I did when I was saying that no, I don't think my wife's looking down on me. I really believe if she's in heaven, I don't think heaven would allow you to look at other people that are hurting, because that would be a joy breaker. And I think heaven's all about joy. At least that's what I was taught. So that's why I said what I said yesterday. So don't take it personal. Yesterday was a real tough day, real tough emotional day. And I got one more for tomorrow, but that's okay. I made yesterday, that was the toughie. The rest is going to be a breeze. Thank you guys for coming, visiting with me. I appreciate it. Look for my poll questions. I'm trying to work this out to where I can do, if I can remember, do a poll question a day. I think it'll be in a community tab. They're a lot of fun. I think it's really interesting, some of the answers that I get. Again, whenever you are choosing an option of my poll question, your answer, I don't know who you are. So it's totally, you're anonymous, okay? Now, if you make a comment, Now I know who you are, but that's okay. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys being here, okay? Guess who I am? Jimmy Rance.